Imagine you do literally everything right. You meditate, you journal, you try like every positive mindset trick out there, and you still wake up feeling completely drained and irritable.
Oh, yeah. It's so frustrating.
Right, it really is. And it makes you wonder, why do we keep treating happiness purely as this emotional issue when fundamentally it might just be a physical one?
Well, because we're conditioned to constantly debug the software, our thoughts,
Hmm.
while we completely ignore the hardware, which is our actual physical brain.
Exactly. And that is exactly why today is episode 5 in our series on the book You Happier by Dr. Daniel Amen. Our mission for this deep dive is to basically uncover the actual physical mechanics of joy.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to fix the hardware of your brain so your mood can finally reboot.
Okay, so, I mean, the hardware idea makes sense in theory, right? But I'm struggling to see how a physical issue, like, say, getting inflamed from a poor diet, actually reaches up into my brain and ruins my mood.
Right. Well, it really comes down to where your mood is actually manufactured. We tend to think of happiness as living entirely in the head,
Hmm.
but 75% of your neurotransmitters, which are those chemicals that regulate your mood, they are actually made in your gut.
Wait, 75%? That sounds a bit exaggerated.
Yeah, 75. Your gut is like essentially a second brain.
Wow, okay. How does a chemical made in my stomach even influence the emotions in my head, though?
Well, through a direct biological pipeline. And this is where inflammation comes in.
Okay.
When your body detects inflammation, your immune system basically panics. It views that inflammation as an immediate, like, physical threat.
Oh, I see. So it goes into defense mode.
Exactly. So instead of using the amino acids in your gut to create serotonin, which is your main happy chemical, it forcefully redirects those resources to build defense cells.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your gut just stops manufacturing happiness to fight this perceived physical war.
That is wild. So trying to force a good mood on an inflamed brain is basically like trying to run modern software on a 10-year-old smartphone with a dying battery.
Yeah.
It will just inevitably crash.
Yes, exactly. If the hardware is not working right, the software won't either. And there is a really cruel trap here, too. Merely stressing about the fact that you are unhappy actually increases pro-inflammatory proteins in the body.
Wait, really? So just thinking you're unhappy makes it physically worse?
Yep. You feel stressed, your immune system panics, and it shuts down serotonin production.
Hmm.
You basically create a biological barrier to your own joy.
Gosh, that explains so much. I mean, that explains why everyday discipline just falls apart.
Hmm.
Like when we're dealing with work stress or trying to push through a tough week, we usually sacrifice sleep, right?
Oh, all the time.
We sleep less than 7 hours to hustle and get more done. How does that specifically impact this hardware?
It is honestly devastating because you skip the phase where the brain physically cleans itself.
Cleans itself like what, a biological car wash?
Actually, yes, exactly like that. During deep sleep, fluid literally flushes through your brain pathways to clear out the metabolic waste you generated during the day.
Oh, so if you cut your sleep short, that biological washing process gets interrupted.
Exactly. Cellular trash accumulates in your brain, and that directly impairs your memory, your focus, and your mood.
And then, when people feel that accumulating stress, what do they usually do? They pour a drink to wind down.
Oh, yeah.
But that backfires entirely, doesn't it? Alcohol might help you pass out initially, but as it wears off.
Right. Your brain rebounds and jolts you awake just a few hours later. You never actually hit that deep cleaning cycle.
Because you're just piling more trash into the system and preventing the body from clearing it out.
Completely.
Okay, so we need a hardware fix tonight. I mean, instead of a whole laundry list of sleep tips, what is one specific, realistic action someone listening right now can take to ensure that biological washing process actually happens?
Okay, so cut all caffeine after lunch, cool down the bedroom temperature, and then get into bed and listen to music with a relaxing rhythm of exactly 60 beats per minute.
Wait, why 60 beats per minute specifically?
Well, it's because of a physical mechanism called entrainment. Your heartbeat naturally wants to sync up with the dominant rhythm in its environment.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so by listening to a 60 beat per minute tempo, you physically coax your heart rate to slow down and match that rhythm.
Wow.
Lowering the heart rate is the biological trigger your brain needs to successfully shift into that deep cleaning mode.
That is so empowering to realize this is a physical equation. Like, I know genetics might dictate 40% of our baseline happiness, but that means 60% is entirely in your hands.
Exactly. Taking total responsibility for your physical hardware is the only reliable way to upgrade your mental software.
That is beautifully said. So before you spend another hour analyzing your childhood to figure out why you are in a bad mood today, ask yourself, What did you feed your second brain last night? And did you give your actual brain time to wash itself? Such a good question to leave them with.
Right. We will leave you to chew on that. Make sure to like and subscribe to get notified about the next episode, and we will catch you on the next deep dive.